Eventually, the sands claim us all. I will open their eyes. The unworthy have no place in history. See what I see.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to play Azir. He's a mage and he's up there as the god of late game among champions like Kassadin, Vladimir, Victor, Serath and so on. It's a champion that scales extremely well, but at the same time he's also unique because you have to control two characters at once. Now, most of Azir's damage comes from the soldiers that you spawn with your W, and they will of course also auto attack when you're right clicking, assuming they are within range. A lot of your damage comes from auto attacks. In the early game though, make sure that you're using your champion auto attacks as well, and not only perma spawning sand soldiers, because it will end up costing a lot of mana. Now that you have the Q, which is going to send your sand soldiers forward, dealing damage and also slowing. So we have the basic combo now. So what you want to do is that you spawn a sand soldier with W, Q, like this. So W auto attack, Q auto attack. That is the basic combo you had to learn. That way you make it really efficient by mixing in auto attacks with the abilities, so you don't consume all of your mana for no reason. So that's what you have to keep doing. I'm playing him with Ignite because I like to play really aggressive, but you can also go TP. And if you're not able to get that first auto attack in when spawning the W, just make sure to get it after hitting the opponent with a Q. The E, guys, is going to make you dash towards one of your soldiers, also giving you a shield, and if you collide with an enemy champion you're going to stop, and you get a free W stack. This range can be increased with your W. You can use this to dash over walls, to engage, disengage, so on. This is all you gotta do, and I'm using First Strike because, as I said, he's a super late game oriented champion, so First Strike really helps those types of champions get to that late game stage a lot faster, also giving you damage. Careful not spamming your abilities though, because you will run room pretty fast. Let's help the jungler. I'm coming in. Ooh, nice W. Nice stun as well. Yeah, that was a really bad combo. If you miss it like this, then you'll end up using a lot of mana without getting anything in return. So this is a pretty bad way of using it. And also, guys, you can have multiple sand soldiers up. If you have 3 up at the same time, you proc the W passive, which gives you lots of attack speed. So if you want the maximum damage on Azir in a fight, then you want to have 3 sand soldiers up. We have Biscuit, so we can sustain back up. She's getting pretty low HP, so we can probably start looking for the kill. You can do the W EQ combo. It's like a gap closing combo. Super low now, but we also see Kha'Zix topside river. If Rengar comes, we can bait actually. I'm standing on the bottom side here, because we know he's coming from this side, so it's very easy for me to escape. He might jump over here. Yes, indeed. We good, we all good. This is why you don't have to like run back to the tower, you can just stay on the opposite side of where jungler is, the enemy jungler. Fixing this wave here, and then we also cancel the recall, so she's gonna lose a decent amount. I'm just gonna go ahead and reset here. I don't want to stay for too long because then I lose tempo. So I could not fix the wave completely, sadly, but it's okay. If I picked up a couple more minions, I could have bought the Lost Chapter, but at the same time I would not have any health potions, so it's okay. We can get it on the next recall. I don't want to lose tempo, that's the most important thing, because Cassiopeia is gonna be back before me, right? And you'll be able to crash in a massive wave and then she can roam. She's level 6 now. Now we have the ultimate up. So what it does is that it's going to spawn sand soldiers, march forward, and the initial, like right when you press it, it's going to knock enemy champions in the direction that you choose, so you can use it as a insect, where you knock the enemy champion towards your teammates or towards your tower or whatever you want to. And afterwards it's going to act like a wall, so your teammates can walk through it, but the enemy champions cannot. They can still dash over it though, so that still works. But you don't have to go for kills on this champion, you can of course go for it if it is possible and you're confident on the champion, but as long as you play the skilling game, it's all good. Because he's going to skill, just like Cassiopeia with. Well, she is also one of those late game gods, but the advantage you have is the range advantage. You can see this. Oh, Kasek's up here again. You can see that mark that appeared when the sand soldiers was under the tower. That means that these soldiers will disappear faster under the tower. Otherwise it would be pretty OP if you could just perma poke the opponent under the tower with no counterplay. We can go, we can go. Oh, that would have been pretty free, but I can. Just perma poke. Then you can also use that shield, but your E, you can see the cooldown on that E, guys. It's pretty large, right? So if you misuse it, then keep in mind that the opponent can look for a chance to engage. We need boots really bad, but we cannot buy it because we have free boots. So we had to wait. Boots really make such a big difference in this matchup. Because it's all about dodging that Cassiopeia Q. Also have to be careful engaging onto her, just because she's way stronger if she can go for extended fights against us. Like if she gets within range, she's gonna win, so we have to keep her at a distance. We're just chilling here, it's completely fine. We also have the biscuit, so we can use it when we are getting a bit low HP. He's trying to take out the first strike. Fine, poking a little bit. She can heal back up though, that's the annoying part. We have to keep poking her. I'm gonna go to the top side now. Because of Kha'Zix, he might be bottom side. Pretty hard to poke down Cassiopeia. There we go. We're just getting the free stacks. We can help. This is not looking very good. Okay, nice. Gonna take a few of those. We got the flash out. I'm not engaging immediately just because they had the stuff up. I don't know if they had the flash up or not. So we had to chill a bit. Now I can engage. Had to watch out for her ultimate. Stepping back here so we can dodge the ultimate. With dodging I mean not get stunned, and that is the insect combo on the Azir. So we got the flash out and the ultimate at the same time. Super with it. Just have to be patient and also like calculate what the opponent, like how are they going to react. In this case of course she's going to try to ult me immediately, because otherwise you just end up dead. Now another problem here, I hate these awkward recalls, but honestly man, nothing to do about it. When are you getting the boots? 7:15. Also when you get back to lane guys, you can do like this, because it helps you get back to lane a bit faster. So while you're staying inside the fountain, spawn solely here. Once you're full HP and mana, E, then Q to extend the range, so you get back to lane a bit faster. Should be able to get him. He does not have flash up. That looks like a free double kill.
An enemy has been slain.
Have to ping the sums here.
Double kill.
You can see 3 soldiers up. A lot easier to keep it going later on in the game when you have lower cooldowns. But 3 soldiers gives you insane DPS. It can be a bit rough to get that going early on in the game, but later on should be no problems at all. But that is how you get the maximum DPS on this champion. Luckily we hit her at the same time. When Cassiopeia does not have a flash up, it's a lot easier to play around her. You're also getting, or have the boot, so it's a lot easier to dodge as well. So the lane will get easier and easier. And that's just how you perma-poke over and over. That's all you gotta do. So we just go top side now, because Kha'Zix is here. We could look for an engage onto him. He jumps so I'm just gonna keep my stuff up. Nice, and he's going straight down. I had to reset soon as well, because I have enough gold for the Tempest. Just keeping the distance here, because she's gonna win the extended fight, so we're just playing the poking game, which you always want to do against the Cassiopeia. You're getting a decent amount of gold from the first strike. It's not a lot at the moment, but we are getting free gold, and that's what matters. Just perma-poking with the combo I talked about early on. And now you can afford to not use the auto attack constantly, because you have a lot more mana to work with. So the WQ auto attack, that's the combo we want. In the plate. Wow, okay bro. Maybe she thought I was going to engage. Just perma-poking, and then we keep pushing the wave in. If she resets, we can maybe get another plate. You see Kha'Zix topside. So to be safe, you can spawn a soldier behind you, you can take a plate, and then you can just EQ out. Like this. We'll go ahead and reset here, having lots of gold.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So first strike, of course, good to use against champions where you can consistently proc it. So champions that don't really outrange you. Cassiopeia, for example, but you're playing against something like Vel'Koz, Xerath, Ziggs and so on, Lux. It'll be really difficult to proc it. In that case, you can use a King Comet, which is completely fine. Or you can also go for the Conqueror if you're playing against like a bruiser heavy team or like a tankier team. That gives you way better DPS in extended fights. And if you want to push, you can spawn multiple Sand Soldiers, and then you can have it queue through the entire wave. See if we can block her if she comes this way. She's not. Still have to be careful though. Now we're getting a lot more damage in because we had double magic pen with the Sock Shoes and the Tempest. Just perma push. Teammates are doing a little bit too good, but this is what it is. Just perma push over and over. Key thing is to keep up the farm. Lots of damage right here. Making multiple Sand Soldiers hit us so we can get more damage from the auto attacks. Just perma push. That is something this champion excels at, being able to push really fast later on in the game, because a lot of his damage comes from auto attacks. If she steps up, we're just gonna hit her Sand Soldiers. And then we just get out this way. Oh, he gave up, I think. Almost looked like he was going to run it down. It's such an easy way to get out as well. So I can go bot. We are rotating, so I'll just hit bot side. So they can get the tower mid.
Team has destroyed a turret.
Yeah, the fruits up. Or indeed. Just take these. And then, honestly, he's not a split push-up, but you can still pick up farm in the side lanes. You should be doing that. And also his passive, I did not talk about that yet, but when the towers are down, you get this mark here. So if you go ahead and right click when you're close, it's going to spawn a tower of your own. That acts like a normal tower, except when it kills minions and champions, you get the stats. And this is when you can use the tower. This is how you should be using the tower, is that you can bait engages and stuff, and then when they try to commit, you can spawn the tower. You can also use it when you are sieging, so you can spawn the tower behind. So it's really great for just holding one side for a short amount of time. That could, for example, help your teammates get the objectives faster. You know, like the dragons, the barons, Rift Herald and so on, so you can hold the lane by yourself while your teammates are taking down the other objectives. This is great against squishy teams, the Shadow Flame. Especially if they have shielding. It's not a counter to shields, but you just get the magic pen fast. So I can take this here. Honestly, not sure what's up with these pings, but I feel like it's really nice just to your teammates be aware that your jungle is going to do the Drake. So maybe that can help people react faster. Well, this guy does not care. I'm not that fed, just been farming up pretty well, and our team is just stomping the rest of the map. But it's going to be a lot better later on in the game once you have the death cap and the void staff. Right, we don't see a couple players on that team, so I'm ready to escape just in case. He can always ult out, that's the problem. But the ultimate does act as a wall though, so if he collides with it, he's going to stop. There's no way he's staying, right? Yeah, he's not. Oh, teammate died. Oh, two teammates died. Got this, I think. Let's keep pushing here. Nice. You can also take away the jungle camps. I'm gonna preserve some mana though. Oh, something like a Caitlyn. Look at the HP she's going to lose because we have so much flat, you know, magic pen. And that's like the long range gap closing combo. You combine this with the ultimate at the end for the end state combo that I showed early on. Right. I could keep pushing, honestly. No, it's fine. I'll just face. So what do they have? No MR? Even if only Cyan bought MR, I don't care about that. Because he is not the player I want to be focusing down. I'm going for the carries. But you can also just hit the target who is the closest to your team. That's how you usually play the team fights. But I like to play Azir like a engager, so I try to be flanking around here. For example, if they were here, I would stay here, of course making sure there are no wards, and then I would jump in with a WEQ combo, get behind the enemy team and then all of them into our team.
We walk a path.
The good thing is that when you do that, you also use a lot of your damage from your abilities. So while knocking them into your team, you'll also be nuking them at the same time, because your ultimate also deals damage, your EQ also does when you combine them. So you're dealing damage at the same time, also knocking them into your team. Compared to something like a Lee Sin, who only really gets his, ultimate damage off. With Azir, you can knock an entire team towards your allies.
Shut down.
Let's go for the Caitlyn. Why not? But that's what you can do. Just find a really good way of... Oh, the trap. Oh my days, I knew he was going to do this. We're fine, we're fine. We also have the Cillian. And for me? No, he's not. I'm not spawning the tower yet, because it's a bit unnecessary at the moment. Hit right at the edge. Also going down. Don't just keep pushing here. Teammates are doing a little bit too good for my taste when I'm making videos, but it is what it is, man. Now we're getting the massive spike here, the death cap. This honestly is a spike that you're aiming for when you play scaling champions. You get these 3 items. This would be a void staff if they had lots of MR, which they don't have right now. But if they did, this would be the void staff, and this is like the massive spike. Now you're gonna hit like a nuke. For a second I thought he was going to yoink the blue buff. Wouldn't matter that much though. Right now at least, so we just go ahead and push out the bot side. The mid side is completely down, so no point going mid anymore, unless we're just going for the final team fight. It's a little bit too tanky. They actually have a decent amount of damage too. Oh, he had the hull breaker, that's why. Been a while since I've seen that item. Just keep pushing. You play him like a sieger right now, because we are grouping up, right? So you just play like a sieger, you perma poke with your AD carry, WQ over and over, and if you can hit multiple people at the same time, even better. Just stay in the back line. We can get the Cassiopeia. Down she goes. Like, he's really good at sieging, guys, especially if you have another great ADC like the Jhin. Every time you do the WQ poke, he can follow up with his W. Going for the Caitlyn. Oh no. Came for me? Oh, I'm dead. Ribberonis. Got the shot down, but we're getting the base. That's okay. But that was how to play Azir, guys. Really hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching as usual, and see you all next time.